back to the Musicplay Minutes podcast. This episode is also available as a webinar with a handout and a PD certificate. All extra resources, including the visual examples mentioned in this episode, can be found at workshops.musicplay.ca. October is here with its own spooky kind of cheer. Denise Gagne and Jacobson will share spooky activities and a few Halloween ideas. Someone once said, "Don't play with your food," but they didn't say anything about composing.
Okay, welcome to our Halloween webinar for 2022. I'm Denise Gagne. This is my good friend John Jacobson, and we are going to share some fun ideas for Halloween and for the kids that don't do Halloween, that are still fun things. So it's important that we be inclusive for all kids. So we're going to start with John, and John, take it away.
Well, we were just talking about this before we got online that Denise loves Halloween. I've always found the whole thing kind of scary to me, but people dressing up like crazy things and thinking they can act abnormally. But I guess that just sort of defines middle school. Anyway, we have some JJ&Me things. I hope that some of you have been using them. We're adding more JJ&Me stuff all the time. In fact, we just recorded a slew of new songs and videos and stuff for you that are going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. But I do have one pumpkin song in JJ&Me Musicplay Online that I'd like to share with you. It's called Pumpkin Pie, and it's about making a pumpkin pie. So you can use it all through the autumn or anytime. Maybe some of you have used it already. I'm going to try to show you where it is here on screen. This is the first page that you come to when you see on the Discover page. So if you clicked on Discover, you come to this. And then for us, we have this little area right here called Just Sing for the Seasons. And we'll be adding a lot more material here as we go. Right now, as you can see, we've got some for the winter holidays. We've got some for African-American days. We've got patriotic songs. And right here is our fall and Thanksgiving songs that we have right now. So I'm just going to open that up and show you, because the first one, and maybe if we have time at the end, Denise, maybe we can jump to try to show them one of our thankful songs. If you're getting ready for, Thanksgiving or something, I've got a couple of thankful gratitude songs there. You can use year round, but work particularly well in the autumn. But the one I wanted to show you today is this pumpkin pie song. It's for the littlest ones, for those of you who teach the youngest. And I'm going to open up to view this song. You see, we've got notation with vocals, notation with accompaniment, lyrics with vocals, lyrics with accompaniment, but I want to show you is more videos. Right here where it says more videos, click on that. And I've got a little spot where I teach the song, but basically it's a game and the kids sit in a circle. So I'm going to touch on the full choreography screen so you can watch some kids do it. It's way more fun than me. But what you do is I got this for $4 at my local grocery outlet. We call it Gross Outlet, but it's our best grocery store in town. And so $4, I got this really squishy pumpkin, which works the best. And you have the kids all sit in a circle, and it really is just practicing the beat, passing the pumpkin on the beat. It's 9 little, 8 little, 7 little pumpkins, 6 little, 5 little, 4 little pumpkins, 3 little, 2 little, 1 little pumpkins, make a pumpkin pie. And who's ever holding it, when they get to the end of that little refrain, has to stand up, skip around the circle, and get back to their place. Then the bridge of it, I think, is kind of fun. You could do a lot of stuff with it because the bridge is all the ingredients that go into a pumpkin pie. Like you chant them, and you march around the room chanting these. But it would be a great, I have no idea what's in a pumpkin pie if you want to know the truth, but it's like cinnamon, cardamom, spice, and you can teach or you can teach quarter notes on each one of those, each one of the different ingredients that go into a pumpkin pie. But mostly it's just fun. Watch these kids play it. They just got such giggles out of it. I hope you can see it and hear it. Let me know, somebody. Kind of
right on the beat. Here we go. Crisscross applesauce.
5 little 8 little 7 little pumpkins, 6 little 5 little 4 little pumpkins, 3 little 2 little 1 little pumpkin, make a pumpkin
And
pie.
she skips.
Make a pumpkin
One time
pie.
around and sit down
Make a
again.
pumpkin pie. All it takes is 1 little pumpkin.
Wait.
Make a pumpkin pie.
Okay, get ready? Now start passing
Hey,
again.
let's try it again.
And
5
pass.
little 8 little 7 little pumpkins, 6 little 5 little 4 little pumpkins.
They're close to the
3
beat.
little 2 little 1 little pumpkin, make a pumpkin pie.
Okay, and he skips. Skip.
Make
One
a
person.
pumpkin pie.
Here he goes.
Make a pumpkin pie.
He was a real rascal.
All it takes is
Now go to the middle. Go to the middle. And we're all going to jump around to him. And march around.
Ginger, flour, cinnamon, sugar, eggs, and salt.
And have fun marching in a circle.
Shortening will bring a nice result. Put it all together better. Use a measuring cup.
Find your places and sit down again.
I'm
Sit
telling
down.
You just
And
can't
pass the
let
pumpkin. Go. Pass it.
You can do it half time or
Little
quarter
seven
time.
little pumpkins, 6 little 5 little 4 little pumpkins, 3 little 2 little 1 little pumpkin. Make a pumpkin pie.
Good. You skip.
Make a pumpkin pie. Make a pumpkin pie.
And she finds her place. Get ready for the big yum at the end. Yum. Rub your tummy.
Now that's art. But I'm telling you, the kids got such a kick out of doing it. They were giggling the entire time, and we just had a blast. So hopefully you will too. So that's my contribution to the pumpkin part of this day. And if I'll get back with you a little bit. Take it away, Denise.
I think you should do one of your thankful songs because that only took like 2 minutes. So
Well,
I
okay,
think
sure. You know, I did want to do one of my thankful songs because one of them, I wrote a couple of them. One of them is called At Our Table, which is really a song about that everybody's welcome at the table. No matter what kind of family you come from, no matter what kind of your background, everybody's welcome at the table. And then the other one we wrote is a thankful song. And yes, it works for Thanksgiving. It worked at that time of year, but I really wrote it with the idea of any time that you have somebody in your school that you want to thank. The principal comes to your classroom to observe, or there's a teacher or a parent who has done something nice for you in your class. You should always have a gratitude song in your back pocket. And I think this thankful song kind of does it. And it's a slow song, so it was an easy one to do sign language on. We should be singing this to all of you, of course. Just sing along here.
Waking up this morning, looking at the sun, I have a special feeling I want to share with everyone. It is here inside my heart, I can feel it grow and grow. I don't wanna keep it secret, no, I want the world to know.
Here we go.
I am thankful for the sun up in the sky. Thankful, I am thankful for every bird and butterfly. As I look around this room, every word I sing is true. I am so thankful for all of you.
It gets easier the more you do it. Yeah.
When the day is over, I am grateful as can be, for I know that you are watching and you see the best in me. I will do my best to show you, I will try to make you proud, and today I want to tell you, so I'll sing it right out loud. I am thankful for the sun up in the sky. Thankful, I am thankful for every bird and butterfly. As I look around this room, every word I sing is true. I am so thankful for all of you.
Now we do the sign language in a different key.
I am thankful for the sun up in the sky. Thankful, I am thankful for every bird and butterfly. As I look around this room, every word I sing is true. I am so thankful for all of you.
And thing about it is you can leave out, if it gets for the littler kids especially, you can leave off words. All you're trying to do with sign language really is to get the basic message out, right? The whole trick is just to use what the basic words and get the basic meaning out. So yeah, I think those slow songs like that are helpful, and you can use that all year long. How's that?
That is awesome. Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay. So we're back again. So I'm going to go on to some of our Halloween songs. I don't know how many of you actually get the newsletter, but I put what was in the newsletter this week into handout. And I really do enjoy Halloween. I love seeing my grandkids dress up, but I'm very cognizant of the fact that we have a lot of kids who don't do Halloween. So I still want to give the feeling of minor and a feeling of a little spooky, but not say any Halloween words so that all kids can do it. So I am going to share my screen, and I'm going to go first into the song Pumpkin Fat. So this one is in the song list, and it's in kindergarten actually, but if I just search Pumpkin Fat in the song list, it's going to show up. And we did something new for it. So I'll let you hear the song. It's a simple little song. You can accompany with your Orff instruments if you've got them.
Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turn into a jack-o'-lantern just like that.
So that's all there is to the song. It's good practice for preparing them for So and Me. But it's the game that the kids love. This is Janae Julian's kids, and they're older than kindergarten age, but you can see by their faces, even the older kids are really enjoying this. So they're facing out. There's one in the middle, and when the song is over, the ones that are on the outside of the circle jump around and make the scariest face they can at the one in the middle, and the one in the middle's job is to pick the scariest face. I have the kids keep the beat like she's doing.
Round and fat, turn into a jack-o'-lantern just like that.
And then they pick the scariest face to go on. So kids really like the game. You can play that game every class that you have from now till Halloween, and the kids aren't going to get tired of it. But what I really want to show you here is our new Prepare Solfa activities. I'm not sure actually how new they are. I think they were here last year. But this interactive is great. So it starts off just by playing the song. So we've heard it already, but the next little guy is an interactive, and he puts his hands up with the high notes and down with the lower notes. And that's what I want the kids to do.
Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turn into a jack-o'-lantern just like...
So the kids will really get the hang of higher and lower notes. And I'd like to suggest that you do it lots of different ways. Stand up for the high notes. Sit down for the low notes. Join hands in a circle. Raise hands for the high notes. Lower them for the low notes. Do it with a parachute or a stretchy band. So this next interactive shows how the notes go.
Ready,
Melodic
go.
contour.
Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat.
And only one page fits, so we have to go to the second page.
Ready, go. Turn into a jack-o'-lantern just like that.
And then we have some little interactive games here. So which pattern is going to be pumpkin, pumpkin? It's going to be this one. Round and fat will be this one or this one. Could be either. Turn into a jack-o'-lantern. Which one is it? And you'll notice these are boomwhacker colors. So if you want to, you could play them on your boomwhackers. So that is the Pumpkin Fat interactive, which I think is really, really well done. My escape button isn't working. Now it is. What I did to extend this that is recent is this trace and color notes. And this is what it looks like. Trace and color is something our kindergarten kids can do. And they love tracing treble clefs. And tracing and coloring the notes is a simple enough activity that all your little guys can do it. So I think there's lots and lots that you can do with that one simple little pumpkin fat song. I'm doing prep choir right now with a K1 group. We have over 30, so it's a little bigger than I wanted for playing games. But we're playing these games with them, and we're doing these worksheets with them, and they are loving doing them, and they're going home with a different worksheet each week. And as I'm making them, of course, I'm adding them to where they go on Musicplay Online. So that's lots of fun. So I'm going to take you next into the Halloween unit, and then I'll come back to the song list after. So this was the pumpkin fat. And the Halloween unit is in units. And if I go into festivals and holidays, I can find it a little easier, but they're alphabetical, so I can find it from the other. And here's Halloween. Here's all the related songs in Musicplay. So can't do ghosts, look at the monsters. Can't do witches, look at spooky instead. But there's tons of song resources for you. These are what is really fun. Halloween Treat Rondo, we actually have taken out the word Halloween, and now it just says Treat Rondo. So Treat Rondo, so every child can do it. And in this one, we want to go through all the different candies. Butterfinger, which one is that? Next, I'm looking for Kisses, and that would be that one. Kit Kat. Lifesavers. And Americans might not have all exactly the same candies as we do in Canada, so this is always interesting. But you can do that first. So this is the little song that I wrote. The kids in the town where I live, the city where I live, when I first moved here 30 years ago, 27 years ago, they would sing this when they came to the door. Halloween apples, trick or treat, give me something good to eat. So I've just changed it a little bit again to be inclusive. If your kids can't sing about Halloween, candy apples, oh so sweet, give me something good to eat. And then they create a word rhythm with different kinds of candies. Butterfinger, Butterfinger. I want to take that one away. Kisses, Nerds, Skittles, Snickers, Twix, Twix. Actually, I want to take the Twix away, and I want to put in Twizzlers, Twix. I always steal the kids' Twizzlers when they bring them home. So then we would choose a way to play them. So we would sing, candy apples, oh so sweet, give me something good to eat. Butterfinger, Butterfinger, Kisses, Nerds. And I might choose a different instrument. Skittles, Snickers, Twizzlers, Twix. So you can turn it into a little rondo. And I can show you what I have made. Put this so you can see it on my desk. So we've made candy cards. And so your students, are you seeing this the right way, or should I turn it around the other? This is okay? Okay, we can see. So Nerds, Jolly Rancher, Twix, Skittles. If it was me, I would do it this way. So we have the final point at the end. Nerds, Jolly Ranchers, Skittles, Twix. So I would probably use the interactive to model how to make a pattern with these. Then give the kids the manipulatives and turn them loose in groups of 2, 3, 4, how many. Smaller groups for younger kids generally is a whole lot safer than big groups, but they really enjoy making these patterns, choosing instruments to play. I limit them to 2 instruments. That's, again, a whole lot safer than more instruments. If the color printing is not something that's possible in your school, they don't actually look terrible when you do them in black and white. So that is the Treat Rondo. It was called Halloween Rondo before, but now it is just Treat, and you can use it with all your kids. Here is Smelly Brew, and that's another one that's completely non-Halloween. And we have other things here. So we have Smelly Brew Rhythms worksheet, an interactive for Smelly Brew, word rhythms spooky. The dynamics are lots of fun for the kids. I didn't put these in my newsletter or in your handout, but the poem, In a Dark dark wood. It does say ghost, so you can't do this with the non-Halloweeners, but it's fun to maybe start quiet and get louder and louder and louder and louder and louder and loud. So you would have the kids read it then at these dynamic levels. In a dark, dark wood, there was a dark, dark house. And in that dark, dark house, there was a dark, dark room. And I'm already too loud for mezzo piano, but you get the idea. The kids really enjoy this, and there is a worksheet for them. So I've got the dynamics terms down here so they can review, and then they write the dynamics in whichever way they want to go. They might want to go loud to quiet. The Halloween sound effect story has been one of the most popular with classes, and I put it in the modules for week 4 of October for, I think, grades 4, 5, and 6 middle school, because it's just so much fun. So this here is a video exemplar that was written by our staff with sound effects in it. I'm going to go to the middle of it, where we've got lots of sound effects happening.
The house she saw was old, and it looked a little spooky.
Are you sure?
Come on, silly. We'll fix it up and it'll feel like home in no time.
They grabbed a few boxes and headed into the house. It smelled like dust.
Your bedroom's upstairs. Why don't you go have a look?
Arya climbed the stairs with Buttercup still in hand. She walked into the room, surprised by how big it was.
So you can hear some of the sound effects in the background. So here is the sound effects that kids can choose from. And a girl screaming, crashing plates, door closing, cat meowing. There's just lots of fun. So in their worksheet that they get lots of space to create a story, and they get pictures of all the sound effects that they have access to as interactives. But there's nothing to stop them from adding other sound effects. Let's get some cool instruments out. Somebody posted a picture of a vibroslap on Musicplay Teachers today, and I thought that would be very cool. So I think you go ahead and do whatever you wish to do. Interactive sound effects or sound effects in the classroom. Get the kids to create sound effects, but they really have loved this activity. This is a good one. Bats have nothing to do with Halloween. They're just kind of a creepy creature. So this What Do You Know About Bats is really good, because what it does, it makes some name notes to tell bat facts. B-A, bats, A-E-R-A-C-T-I-V-E, at night. Bats are active at night. So there's 5 or 6 different slides for them to go through. And after you've done it as a class, modeling with the interactive, you could give them the pencil and paper version of it and have them do it. Again, we've got some spooky little things on the worksheets, but there's nothing that says overtly Halloween, so you can do it with everybody. Sorcerer's Apprentice is always fun, and the video of Sorcerer's Apprentice doesn't actually play the entire thing. It's an excerpt because it's quite long, but we have listening glyphs. So the listening glyphs, if you think that the tempo is slow, you color it orange. If you think it's medium, green. If you think it's yellow or fast, you color it yellow. So they do color it. So we have one that pictures a sorcerer, another that pictures a monster. And again, if you've got non-Halloween kids in the class, go with the monster one, because Monsters, Inc. is popular with them all. So they listen to Sorcerer's Apprentice. And I could do it from the video. Or I could simply pull up the audio and play the audio track. And every time I hear that, I think of Mickey Mouse going up and down the stairs with those buckets of water. That's what comes to my mind. So Sorcerer's Apprentice, that is fun. We have Danse Macabre. It says Sorcerer's Apprentice on here. I'll screenshot it because we need to change that screen to Danse Macabre. This is Dana Hero. She is one of our Musicplay teachers. And she has done an amazing glow sticks routine to Danse Macabre.
To any color and follow along. We're going to
And again, teachers who did that last year really had good things to say about that particular activity. This is Tracy Stenner. She's a teacher in Edmonton, and she demonstrates here a cup game to Monster Mash, which again is fun. Here's the printable directions. She does a story video suggestions for using the little old lady who was not afraid of anything, some more suggestions for Rattlebone Rock, Room on the Broom, and Where's My Mummy. So these are all external videos, and they're great. So now I want to take you to some of the songs that we have. So I'm going to go to the song list, and I'm going to go to pre-K first. Pre-K, there is actually little that says anything about Halloween at all. They all talk about spiders, which I love, Eensy Weensy Spider. And then we have Little Miss Muffet. And the way I do Little Miss Muffet is like this. I take my two hands and I go, Little Miss Muffet. I'll put it down here so you can see the table. Sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. It makes kind of a boring little nursery rhyme into something that's a lot more fun. Try with me. Hands out. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. And the longer you make them anticipate, the more fun it is. Another one of the poems we have in pre-K is Crisscross Applesauce. I'm going to pretend this is one of my grandchildren. And on their backs, you draw criss, cross. On their shoulders, you tap applesauce with both fingers. And then you crawl up their back with both fingers. I crawl right up to their head, always makes them giggle and laugh. Spiders crawling up your back. Then you blow on their neck, cool breeze. You squeeze their shoulders, tight squeeze. And then you tickle. Now you've got the shiveries. And I showed in pre-K a demo of how you can do that with the whole class. I just get them going around in a circle, and the one at the one that doesn't have anybody doing it, I go and do them to their back. And the one at the front of the line is going to be doing it in the air, or you could give them a stuffy and they could do crisscross applesauce on a stuffy. If you're worried about kids touching each other, just give them the stuffies, and that kind of takes care of them. I have a nice version of 5 Little Pumpkins in pre-K. And here's Crisscross Applesauce, 5 Little Pumpkins. It's, again, one that they can accompany with instruments. So Halloween version, there are witches in the air. This version, seasonal, there are leaves in the air. So no witches in this one.
5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, "There are leaves in the air." The third one said, "But we don't care." The fourth one said, "Let's run and run and run." The fifth one said, "I'm ready for some fun." Ooh, went the wind and out went the light, and the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight.
So no witches in there, but a nice spooky little thing. In kindergarten, we already looked at pumpkin fat. The Halloween Looby-Loo is also a lot of fun to do with the kids. This is one that I like to do with the parachute. So I'm going into kindergarten and I want Halloween Looby-Loo. I'm just going to search Looby and it should show up. There it is, number 35. And I'm going to show you the demo. And again, this is Janae's students, not mine, and they do a great job.
Halloween night, you put your bat wing in, you put your bat wing out, you give your mother Shake, 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 you turn it all around. Ooh, 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 ooh. On a Halloween night, you put your cap on it.
And we'll have to ask anybody who can to get a demo of actual kindergarten students doing this to send it to me. During COVID, when we weren't actually touching and things, Lisa and I did an action song version of Halloween Looby Loo. That was kind of fun. So you can do either or. If you've got a class that you don't trust with the parachutes, and we sometimes have those, try this version instead. So if I go back to the song list and go to first grade, number 27 is it's called Magic Spell. And this one is pure Halloween. It's got a witch in it, and not all your kids are going to be able to do it. But I really like the song. If you can do Halloween with the kids, I'm a very tricky witch, a spell I'll cast on you. I'll say the words and wave my broom, and you'll be something new. You could be a worm, or you could be a goose. Abracadabra, you're a bird, and now you're on the loose. And they have 16 beats to move like whatever they were turned into. But because, again, not all kids can do it, I have written an alternate. And this is in the general song list, and it's called I Can Pretend. And here it is. And stand up, get a stretch. We can use that after sitting for too long.
I can pretend I'm something else, can you? I can pretend I'm something else, can you? I'll pretend that I'm a bird and then I'll fly around the room. I'll pretend that I'm a bird, can I can pretend I'm something else, can you? I can pretend I'm something else, can you? I'll pretend that I'm a horse and then I'll gallop around the room. I'll pretend that
And then I would pretend that I'm a horse. So, very much the same idea as I'm a tricky witch, magic spell, without the Halloween words. And then I have one in grade 1 and grade 2 that are about birds and bats. I'm going to take the grade 2 one, go to the song list, and I'm going to go to grade 2, and I'm going to look for birds and bats. And this is one where we want sound effects. Looks like we have a kid's demo here. I didn't even know that. So let's look at the notation. This is new. All of grade 1, all of grade 2, and I think most of grade 3 now has the concept slide split up. And so you have a vocal track or an accompaniment track, whichever you want. So we'll use the vocal track since my voice doesn't work particularly well.
Birds and bats fly through the sky, through the sky, through the sky. Birds and bats fly through the sky on this October night.
So what you want to do is to find an instrument that's going to accompany birds and bats fly through the sky, through the sky, through the sky. That would be fine for that verse. The next one I think is the treats in the bag go clinkety clank, and I love my tambourines for that.
Clinkety clank, clinkety clank, clinkety clank. The treats in the bag go clinkety clank on this October night. The steady old skeleton rattled his bones, rattled his bones, rattled his bones. The steady old skeleton rattled his bones on this October night.
And if you don't have a cool instrument like this one, you could do rattles his bones on a pair of sticks, and it would be effective. So kids really enjoy that. I want to take the time to look at that, but I know we're going to run low on time. So that's grade 2 In grade 3, we have There Was an Old Woman All Skin and Bones. That's also actually in grade 5 because I would teach the kids how to accompany it on the guitar. It uses only one chord, an E minor chord. So that would be one of the first guitar songs that my 5th grade would use. But I am going to move on to the Bats song. And the Bats song is in grade 4. And I have to say, I think out of all the songs I've ever written for Halloween, this is perhaps my favorite. So I'm looking for grade 4. There we go. And this one, again, easy to accompany on Orff instruments. So you can do that with the accompaniment. There is an Orff arrangement that is not difficult. It's a very simple one. But then the fun part comes with adding sound effects. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to go to my bag of lovely balloons that I have. And what you do is you take a balloon. Oops. And when you do the E sound at the end of each phrase, I'm scared to blow them up now. You add the sound effects with the E. And at the very end of the song, when the bats fly away, the kids holding the balloon let it go. And then it flies away. These are obviously old balloons. Oh, that's much better. Okay, I'm going to share screen and do that song again with the actual sound effects. So I'll go out of my Orff arrangement and into the notation video and sing along and make the sound effects. So that one flew the way it was supposed to fly. I have always loved that song, and the kids enjoy it just as much as I do. So fun song. It's spooky. It's in a minor key, but it says absolutely nothing about Halloween. So you can do it with every kid in your classroom. There's one song in 4th grade called Pass the Pumpkin. And so my pumpkin has an opening in it, and I can pass rhythm cards around with it. I'm running out of time, but I'll take you to grade 4 and show you that one. So I'm going to song list, and I'm going to grade 4, and it's called Pass the Pumpkin. And in this one, I'm going to show you the kids. Actually, we'll do the notation first because it's short.
Pass the pumpkin round the room. Keep the beat while passing. When it stops, you take a turn. Clap it if you can.
So this is what we do with it. So pass the pumpkin. And we have a beat keeper appointed.
Pass the
And that's a really easy way to make sure that it's on the beat and nobody argues about who's last. So she takes a rhythm, teacher holds it, and she claps it. This little girl was not from one of my schools, and she didn't do it very successfully, but she went up to the front of the room and started a rhythm chain. The rest of the class did it really quite well. And now we pass again to make person number 2 in the rhythm chain.
Keep the beat while passing. When it stops, you take a turn. Clap it if you can.
So now Chen takes one. He was a little piano player, so very successful at clapping the rhythm.
Full rhythm chain now. Here we go.
And then these two turn around. Can they remember them both? And I would continue the rhythm chain as many students as I could go. I did a rhythm chain once in my Kodai levels, and I was the 12th person in the chain. And it was challenging to remember all those rhythms. The song is cute, and you can do it more than at Halloween. Pass a stocking round the room and put your rhythms in a stocking and do it at Christmas time. Pass the basket round the room and do it at Easter time. So you can get more mileage out of that one song. So those are lots of Halloween ideas from Musicplay Online, from what John Jacobson has written. I should mention, if you are looking for Thanksgiving songs, take a look at the Thanksgiving unit on Musicplay Online. I believe we have John's Thanksgiving song in there, as well as one that Craig Castles wrote, which is quite a lovely one. So I will show you where that is. So go to units, go to festivals and holidays, and now I'm going to look for Thanksgiving. And so now we have Craig Castles' We Are Thankful Children, and we have the Thankful song by John, and we have a Thanksgiving wishes poem and a word composition. So if you're looking for Thanksgiving activities for November, if you have a performance, there's an extra one here, and it's quite pretty as well. I love this choir that did it. It's a choir from Nova Scotia, and they did it with piano accompaniment, which is kind of nice as well. So a couple of options for you for Thanksgiving. So do you have any questions for John or for I? I haven't been looking at the chat. I've been too busy talking.
There was a question for John about if John's dance movement for Skin and Bones is still available on YouTube.
I don't think so. I think that all my materials that used to be with Hal Leonard Publishing Company, they've kind of scrubbed off now and taken off all my videos of musical planets and all those sorts of things and all of that. So you'll have to go to Musicplay Online to find all kinds of new ones, and really we're doing new ones all the time. And because literally I get messages from teachers every single day looking for things that they used to be able to get on YouTube. And now all of a sudden they're all gone, and I had nothing to do with that, and I have no control of it. I don't even have access to it, believe it or not. But we have tons of new stuff coming on to Musicplay Online, and a lot of it you'll recognize the format, at least. For instance, next week we'll have 3 new musical world units on. We have a folk song from Nigeria, we have one from Greece, and we have one from Canada, believe it or not. And with our travelogue thing, so I think we're up to, I don't know, about 9 of those musical world ones now. And so we're building up that repertoire all the time. similarly, I wanted to just mention, since we're talking about autumn and thankfulness and all of that, that we do have a couple of things that if it's not too late for autumn, you might take a look at. For instance, we had so many requests for people who want more and more Veterans Day or Memorial Day material. Memorial Day in the spring, Veterans Day in the fall, coming up pretty soon. I know you get these principals that come to you about a week before and say, can't you do a Veterans Day program? And you're like, hello, I was just working on Skin and Bones. But nonetheless, so we have a couple of scripts up that you might find useful. And go to our, I'm not sure how I can do this. I seem to, oh, here we go. If I could just quickly share my screen, I want to show you one that's really brand new. If you go to here, and you'll find these in a couple of different places, but under our music, John Jacobson musicals, there's right here, there's 8 of them there right now. And we just added a brand new one right over here called Salute. And it's and the whole idea of it is that, you know, these soldiers are always saluting each other. They're saluting their flag. They're saluting their families. They're saluting their superiors. And today, this one day, we're going to take a few moments to salute them. And so it's just a script that ties together some of the songs you may already know or are already using, but it's a script that ties together songs that are all available on Musicplay Online. And you can change it, use it any way you want to, but maybe make it appropriate for your Veterans Day program. Over here, this American song one over here is a little more Americana, patriotic, but would also work for either a Veterans Day program or a Memorial Day program. So, and you know, all of these musicals that are there, you are so welcome to change and adapt them in any way that you want to. If there's a song that doesn't work for you, take it out and put in a different one. If some of the script doesn't work for you, change it. The nice thing about what Denise has allowed us to do here is that this is all our stuff. And we can do with it whatever we want to do with it. And that includes giving you permission to change it up, make it work for you. That's a goal. So, and then the final thing I thought maybe I would show you, just because we're talking about the fall holidays. If I go back, I'm going to go back to Discover, because this is how I know how to do it. I know you can get to these different ways, but right, again, for this Just Sing for the Seasons, I've just written a brand new one here for you in the fall Thanksgiving songs here. And this one is at our table, and it's really the idea is that everybody is welcome at our table. And in fact, do we have time to sing a little bit of it? Why don't let's just sing a little bit of it, because I think you'll get the idea pretty quickly. And we'll do this the notation. Maybe I'll do the notation with accompaniment, because there's not a lot of choreography to this one because it's a ballady sort of thing. But I did do a little bit, and you'll notice that I always put the that the choreography notes, just to remind you of it as you're going through it, are in this link. So here's a little song, At Our Table, which hopefully maybe I'll just maybe compliment that.
At our table you are welcome. At this special time of year,
Feel free to sing. I'm singing really loud.
every friend and every neighbor, we are glad that you are here. We will share our many blessings. We will share our many blessings. With all from near and far away. With all from near and far away. Let us celebrate our friendship. Let us celebrate our friendship. Each and every single day. Each and every single day. No one cares what brought you here. Come and join table. We have saved a special place for you. 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 We have saved a special place for you.
Well, maybe you can sing that at your family get-together this year, if nothing else.
And of course, we're done Thanksgiving already. In Canada,
Oh, yeah, you just had yours already,
yeah,
didn't
we
you?
had ours. I had my turkey. It was really, really good and had a really nice family day and beautiful enough weather that we had a fire pit out in the backyard, and roasted marshmallows.
I have a very weird thing to tell you. I love stuffing the turkey. I love peeling the skin, and it's a strange fetish, but it's one that I have anyway.
And that's okay. And the script for the Veterans Day program, it'll be in two places. You can access it from the Discover page and John Jacobson's musicals, and it's called Salute, or you can access it through Units programs. And either way, you'll be able to get it. So I hope everybody has a fun fall and a wonderful Thanksgiving when that comes. I'm just looking forward to Black Friday now. I have my shopping list going already. But yeah, I hope you have a safe and happy Halloween. I'm going to be out in BC instead of with my grandkids this year, but I'm sure I'll see lots of little trick-or-treaters.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much, Denise and John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Elaine. Good job. Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.
Thank you for sharing your time with us today. If you would like to earn a PD certificate for this episode, download the accompanying handout, or watch the webinar, please go to workshops.musicplay.ca. See you next time.
It's time